So guys, just a quick update. As you know, I was about 8 weeks out from a show. Basically, show ready. And started eating junk food, filling out a little bit too early. Ended up gaining a little bit too much body fat, spilt over, but I was already in prime shape to compete, but the show wasn't until November. So I had 8 weeks where I had to hold it together on the diet, and I've completely lost the plot. I'm going to Burger King every day. I'm going to all-you-can-eat Chinese every day. And before you know it, I'm looking in peak condition, but I'm 6 weeks from the show. And it's really messed with my head. And it's ended up basically, because fast food is witchcraft, it's a form of witchcraft. It's got inside of me, it's created a demon inside of me. The fast food, the energy drinks, the Monster energy drinks, and I've completely lost the plot. I've ended up going into a pub, drinking alcohol, leaving there, jumping in front of moving cars, tried to take a car, completely lost my mind. I've been on life support, and I'm now 4 weeks in. I'm on the intensive care unit, about to go to a psych unit. So that's how dangerous a bodybuilding prep can be for you, if you're a spiritual empath and you're trying to really own in on your physique, and a few calamities happen in your life, a couple of little things go wrong, and things can really turn upside down. I've ended up trying to commit suicide because I didn't think I was going to be in shape for the show. I felt like I'd let God down in many ways by not achieving my goals. And really over about 3 days I tried to kill myself. And I woke up on a life support machine. I'm now here in ICU. I've got some scriptures with me. I'm on medication. I'm trying to regain my my mental clarity, and I really think bodybuilding for certain individuals is very dangerous, cause great psychological issues, because it says in the scriptures, any vain thing, any envious, vainful, selfless thing is the root of all evil. It's not actually money, it's the selflessness, the things that aren't inclusive of others. These are the things that can cause great evils, and for these dark entities to enter the body. Whereas if you just put your energy into the community and helping others, and you could use fitness in that way as well. You could do calisthenics, you do things, but when you're doing it for selfish gain in a gym, just simply for your own, but you're a sensitive person, and you've got a sensitive brain, and you don't deal well with bad things that happen in life. Bodybuilding is probably the most ruthless thing on your own spirit, ego, body. The whole metaphysical unit gets judged by yourself, and you shouldn't be judging your flesh. You shouldn't be judging your own flesh, and that's the point it come to. I've ended up trying to commit suicide because I judged my own flesh that much, just because of a bodybuilding competition. So I'm not just blaming bodybuilding because it's my personality type. I should pick things that are more inclusive of other people, because I grew up as an only child and I didn't have a brother until I was 10. Choosing the sport of bodybuilding and not actually joining a club. I was just training at all different gyms, not training at a certain place with certain guys, having certain training partners, and just going solo. It says in the scriptures, woe to the man who leaves his family and goes solo. So all these things I know, all these things I've experienced, and the only thing that a man can gain is by knowing what's in his own heart. No wisdom can be gained. So that's all I've got to say in my current situation. I'm waiting to move to a psych ward where I have access to a garden. I can make more content, I can do more streaming. It's going to be more geared towards spiritual awakening and making the right choices. And I'm going to try to draw myself away from the cult of physique sports, because I find that could be taking a large portion of my metaphysical energy, which could be used in other ways. But while I'm during this period, I'm going to do army workouts, like full hit workouts, so that you basically gain back all the lean muscle mass that you've been gaining through lifting weights. You gain it back fast. That's why if you ever spend time inside, they're like soldiers. Inmates, they live like soldiers. They're not just in the gym having protein shakes. That they're doing burpees, full jumps, explosive jumps in their own cell and on the wing altogether, and on the yard, calisthenics. You see the difference between people when you spend time in different institutions. But me being here in ICU, I just make sure I wake up and do something active after my coffee. I still have my 2 or 3 coffees fasted. I don't have any breakfast until I've had at least 2 to 3 coffees. But the only thing that's changed is I've stopped drinking black coffee. I started drinking latte, because they make a lovely latte here at the hospital. But I'm going to change back to black coffee tomorrow, because it's a better fat burner, and it's better for clearing out the liver and the kidneys without having those extra sweeteners and the lactose in the milk spiking your insulin. You're basically still fasting. That's why you can drink tea, coffee and lemon water and you're still fasting. Your body's still in a fasted state. You might not be on a full fast, a dry fast as they call it, which is apparently the best, because if you do a dry fast and you don't put any liquids in the body, you actually kill all the cells, all the useless cells, the cancerous cells, the tumorous cells. They all get eaten up. That's through fasting from food and water, and obviously just having oxygen and sunlight for the day. So you're cutting out 2 of the minerals, of the 4 main minerals, and that will completely detoxify the body. And then if you keep doing that, and you could do that with rhythmic breathing. You could do 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 in, 4 hold. That's called box breathing. That'll put your brain in a sort of theta state, where you're sort of calm, dream-like state. You can start manifesting. And then you can do like 3 in, hold for 6, and out for 9. And that's like a spiritual one. If you look at the shape it creates, the 3 makes a small pyramid, and then the 6 holds and goes down into the ground, and then the 9 goes even further down, and it spreads out. It's like a big pyramid. So when you do the 3, 6, 9, you're invoking like high spiritual energies. So box breathing and that one, those are the 2 I usually choose. Box breathing is great for mental clarity, calming you down, and the spiritual one is there to feel the presence of God. On the exhale, on the 9, you want to say your favorite God's name. You can say Allah, you can say God, you can say Yahuwah, you can say however you name God. Say that on the exhale and the 9 seconds out, and feel the feeling. You'll be able to feel the entire presence and energy of the universe running through your body on that 9 seconds of saying the Most High's name. So give that a try. But 3 in, hold for 6, out for 9. And then your box breathing, 4, 4, 4, 4. But it's very important. If you look at a lung and a tree, They exactly the same. We're connected to Mother Nature. Mother Nature is God. The world is God. We are God. And it's took for me to literally leave this realm on multiple occasions to realize that. I haven't done much reading. It's all been experience. I just experienced Inception, you know, the film Inception, but in real life. I've been put under sedation over and over and over again, putting me into different worlds, putting me into different states, different worlds, and all I had to do the whole time was pull out the oxygen mask to take me out of the dream. And then everyone would start laughing and go, he doesn't realize, like, that's all you had to do was just to pull the oxygen mask out. And then eventually it started to lucid dream and that, and then when it started to get scary, I'd just do that, wake up, and I'd wake up again in the hospital bed. Totally crazy, lucid dreaming. I don't know if anyone else has experienced this kind of thing, but if anyone's been sectioned before. But for me, I've only ever been through the prison system, and this seems to be a lot more like alien. It's like an alien thing. It's like some kind of alien introspection, whereas jail is just like scourge. The scourges of society you're with. And even me, I became a born again Christian when I was in jail. I still felt like I was with the scourges, you know. I seen the truth of it all. That those are the people who were living really bad on the in society. And then you see people like me, like this, who have also been living really bad out in society, but in a different way. In a different way, not in a criminal way, just in a spiritually unbalanced, lost, alone kind of way. Turning down going to play for local rugby teams to go and just train on my own in the gym. For one, looking back at that, that's foolishness. I offered to go and play for the top teams in London. And I chose to just go and bodybuild instead, with this show in mind, which never ended up happening because I've ended up being on life support. So it's a pretty deep story. I could go deeper into it, but I'm currently awaiting a bed on a psych ward. So I'll be like Slim Shady. The real Slim Shady, please stand up. Have you took your meds yet? Of course I have. Always take my meds. So it's going to be one of them, so stay in tune for the content. I might do a few army workouts and then a few meal. I'll go through the meal reviews that they feed you quite well in here. It's better than prison. They give you better food than in prison, and you can request, like at night in about an hour, I can request a couple of snack packs, tuna sandwiches and stuff. So I'll catch you on the flip side, sane humans.